Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing another episode of On My Radar where I let you know everything that's coming out that I got interested in by looking at the book cover, the author name, or whatever other reason. It just stood out to me, so it's on my radar. Now I'm putting it on your radar, letting you know the books that are coming out between today and this Saturday. So, yeah, you want your book to be featured because you're an author too? Check out the form down below, fill it out, and you will be considered. It just gets your book in front of my eyes for me to determine whether I want to feature it or not. Nobody's books are guaranteed. I don't get paid to put any specific books on here. It is all just the books that catch my eye. And let's get into those books now. Lady Whistledown Strikes Back by Julia Quinn, Karen Hawkins, Susan Enoch, and Mia Ryan. This one comes in at 400 pages and is pitched as historical Victorian romance. I really like the Bridgerton series, so a book about Lady Whistledown, yeah, yeah, I'm interested. This one is also available as a mass market edition, USA Today bestseller. Following the New York Times bestseller, The Further Observations of Lady Whistledown, a second glittering anthology starring the elusive Regency era gossip columnist popularized as #1 New York Times bestselling author Julia Quinn's Bridgerton novels, now a series created by Shondaland for Netflix. Who stole Lady Nellie's bracelet? Was it the fortune hunter, the gambler, the servant, or the rogue? All of London is abuzz with speculation, but it is clear that one of four couples is connected to the crime. Lady Whistledown's Society Papers, May 1816. Julia Quinn enchants. A dashing fortune hunter is captivated by the season's most desired debutante, and must prove he is out to steal the lady's heart, not her dowry. Susan Enoch tantalizes. An innocent miss who has spent her life scrupulously avoiding scandal is suddenly and secretly courted by London's most notorious rogue. Karen Hawkins seduces. A roving viscount comes home to rekindle the passionate fires of his marriage, only to discover that his beautiful headstrong bride will not be so easily won. Mia Ryan delights. A lovely, free-spirited savant is dazzled by servant. Oh, savant. Mia Ryan delights. A lovely, free-spirited servant is dazzled by the romantic attentions of a charming earl, sparking a scandalous affair that could ruin them both. You'll hear it first from Lady Whistledown. #1 New York Times bestselling author Julia Quinn began writing 1 month after graduating from college, and aside from a brief stint in medical school, she has been tapping away at her keyboard ever since. Her novels have been translated into 43 languages and are beloved the world over. A graduate of Harvard and Radcliffe colleges, she lives with her family in the Pacific Northwest. Susan Enoch grew up in Southern California, where she still balances her love for Regency romances and classic romantic comedies with her obsession for anything Star Wars. She has written more than 35 New York Times and USA Today best-selling romances. When she isn't writing, she is trying to learn to cook and wishing she had an English accent. New York Times and USA Today best-selling author Karen Hawkins writes novels that have been praised as touching, witty, and heartwarming. Her historical romances have garnered praise and awards, and her contemporary women's fiction is a nod to the many books that open doors to more adventures, places, and discoveries. When not carpooling, scraping gum off seat belts, doing laundry, and staring insanity in the face, Mia Ryan likes to escape into her writing. You can also read Mia Ryan's A Dozen Kisses in the Further Observations of Lady Whistledown. Key selling points. Lady Whistledown is beloved. Lady Whistledown has been a fan favorite from the very beginning, and Bridgerton has only increased her popularity. In November 2021, we published The Wit and Wisdom of Bridgerton, containing, among others, a colorful collection of quotes and new commentary from Lady Whistledown. Considered one of Julia's most beloved characters, people will be eager to read what else Lady Whistledown has to announce. Romance anthology bestseller. The Further Observations of Lady Whistledown was one of the first romance anthologies to ever reach bestseller status. It debuted on the New York Times bestseller list at number 15 and on the USA Today list at number 17. Following that success, Lady Whistledown Strikes Back was a USA Today bestseller, reaching number 37 on the list. That's the power of Lady Whistledown, and there's nothing that will stop her from revealing all the hot gossip in the Bridgerton world. Of course, it's also written by several bestsellers. It's got the blockbuster Netflix show adaptation. And of course, it's got like the pretty covers and all that kind of stuff. So, I believe this might be a reprint, possibly. It says that this is the first print, but it also says it's already hit a bunch of lists. It's not even out yet. So, anyway, that's all I've got for Lady Whistledown Strikes Back. The Secret of the Lost Pearls by Darcy Wilde comes in at 400 pages and is marketed as historical, mystery, and detective. Beyond the glittering ballrooms and elegant parties of Regency London lurks all manner of unsuspected dangers, and Darcy Wilde's captivating mystery series, inspired by the novels of Jane Austen and written with the wit of Phoebe Waller-Bridges, cheeky asides, and Fleabag. No one is better equipped to help ladies who find themselves wronged than useful woman Rosalind Thorne. Rosalind Thorne may not have a grand fortune of her own, but she possesses virtues almost as prized by the hot tongue, discretion, and a web of connections that enables her to discover just about anything about anyone. Known as a most useful woman, Rosalind helps society ladies in need for a modest fee, of course, and her client roster is steadily increasing. Mrs. Gerald Douglas, nay, Bethany Hodgson, presents Rosalind with a particularly delicate predicament. A valuable pearl necklace has gone missing, and Bethany's husband believes the thief is Nora, Bethany's disgraced sister. Nora made a scandalous elopement at age 16 and returned 3 years later telling the family that her husband was dead. But Rosalind begins her investigations under cover of helping the daughters of the house prepare for their first London season. She realizes that the family harbors even more secrets than scandals. The intrigue swirling around the Douglases includes fraud, forgery, blackmail, and soon murder. And it will fall to Rosalind, aided by charming Bow Street officer Adam Harkness, to untangle the shocking truth and discover who is a thief and who is a killer. So this one is set in 19th century London. Darcy Wilde is the award-winning author of stylishly adventurous historical mysteries and romances, including the Rosalind Thorne Mysteries, a Regency set series inspired by the novels of Jane Austen, as well as the Regency Makeover trilogy. She has also written under the name Sarah Zettel, Locus and Philip K. Dick award-winning novels, including Fool's War, a New York Times Notable Books of the Year selection. She lives in Michigan and can be found online at darcywildromance.com. And for the key selling points, of course, we got a Jane Austen meets Fleabag's Phoebe Waller-Bridge. For fans of Regency mystery by authors such as Andrea Penrose, Alicia Maxwell, Deanna Rayburn, and Lauren Willig. Also appeals to readers who love Jane Austen, Charlotte Bronte, and Conan Doyle, as well as their resource as well as their and the modern sequels, and those who want to explore the historical settings as well as the lives of the characters. A Useful Woman. Series protagonist Rosalind Thorne is a lady of quality in reduced circumstances who makes her living as a useful woman, one who helps wealthy women with their personal problems. Charming and resourceful, she is a woman adept to helping ladies of the ton navigate the darker corners of Regency England without revealing society's most shocking secrets. So, of course, this is a continuation of the Rosalind Thorne mysteries. And Darcy Wilde is also a multi-genre author. So yeah, that's all I have for you for that one. The Queen's Assassin by James Barclay. Comes in at 320 pages and it's in my favorite genre, which is dystopian. Nadia is living a lie, a peerless battlefield surgeon, a talisman for the army, a symbol of hope in an impossible grinding war, a fraud. Society, led by the Queen, has long held that the Ezelrod people and their abilities are inherently irredeemably evil, a truth which Nadia has been brought up to believe. But as one of them, feeling compelled to use her powers again and again to heal those on the brink of death, it is hard to accept, it's even harder to live a lie, conflicted about her hidden identity when the truth could save lives, taken from the battlefield where she thrives, to a court where her life hangs ever more precariously in the balance. Nadia is about to learn that there are even greater secrets and conspiracies afoot, and that her dangerous truth could change the course of a nation. James Barclay is back with a brand new standalone adventure, which will tug on your heartstrings and keep you glued to your seat. James is truly a fantastic great, and this new novel will satisfy all fans of the genre. James Barclay is the author of the Chronicles of the Raven and Legends of the Raven series, which have sold hundreds of thousands of copies. The Raven saga came to a conclusion when with the stunning Raven Soul. He also penned the epic fantasy duology The Ascendants of Astoria and completed the Elves trilogy, Elves Once Walked with Gods, Elves Rise of the Taigethan, and Elves Beyond the Mist of Keturah. James Barclay lives in Teddington with his wife and two children. Find out more on his website at jamesbarclay.com or follow on Barculator on Twitter. Barculator. That's all I've got for this one. Make sure if you want to be featured that you go ahead and fill out the form down below. It's just going to put your book in front of my eyes to consider it as a featured book. And that's all I've got for you today. I will see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye!